Hello guys, welcome to my video. This is Winston. I'm your encyclopedia of China. Yeah. I'm going to the gym after I finish this video. But before that, I'm going to talk about what's the difference between Chinese and Chinese. You know, China is almost one of the most homogeneous society in this world. We have almost 1.4 billion people, and only in this world, only the India's population is almost similar to the Chinese people. But India is actually a multicultural society, and only the major nation only accounts for half of population of this country, and so Chinese, especially Hunnese, probably is the biggest nation in this world. We have such a huge population, and inside of this group we are so consistent. It's a source of our power, and it's also give us lots of limitation. And I used to talk and also consume many YouTuber. They all talking about, when they talk about China, they will say, okay, Chinese people, are very homogeneous inside of China. They are very consistent, and also, but maybe they still have some difference. Yeah, do see some YouTubers who really know about China. They say, okay, Chinese people are actually different, but the problem is that they don't know how different we are. Because in these people who talking about China, actually they are not native speaker. They don't really get involved in the local life because of so many reasons. So I'm going to tell you how different the Chinese people is. Firstly, the China can be divided into 34 regions. It's like someone is the province, someone is a special district, just like the Taiwan. Not Taiwan, like the Hong Kong and Macau. And someone is the rule. It should be managed by the minority. So it's you cannot say it's province, but it's still independent region. So China can be divided into 34 regions. In all of China, and each region should have their own independence culture. Generally speaking, the North Chinese, the North Chinese, the Southwest Chinese, they all speak Mandarin. Of course, they just speak different Mandarin, but they all speak Mandarin. When they communicate, they can just speak their own Mandarin, and the people couldn't understand. That's actually the real dialect. But if you go to once you cross the Yangtze River and you go to the South province of China, you will see the people actually just speaking very different language. Let me tell you how different this language could be. It's just like, for example, if I live in this city, you just cross a river and you go to another county. You could not understand what they say if they don't speak Mandarin with you. And also, in the south part of China, there is a province. It's called Fujian. They have so much immigrants to the overseas. Because it's a very mountainous of place and people don't have enough field to plant the crops. So that's why the immigrant tradition is so powerful in this place. In this place, people, the language is extremely complicated. Even this small place, the diversity of the language is more than the whole south of China. It's almost equal. The diversity of this small place is equal to the whole China. That's how the complicated of the language is. And also, this is a language difference, and also. The Chinese people, they have a very different personality. If you come from the different place, if you're from the North Chinese, people are getting more wild. more direct, more strict. But if you're from the south, people get more gentle and more soft. I'm from south, but I'm not so. But I'm very. I can say I'm kind of white. I'm like the northern. I'm like the northerner. And also, there is a kind of a very specific Chinese inside of China. And it's also very interesting for Chinese people to talk about the difference between them. For example, like that, the people from the northeastern China, they are all new immigrants. How to say that? It's like okay, most of Chinese people live in their own local place for maybe not hundreds, maybe even 1,000 years from the ancestors. Because China is farming society, and most of people just suck. The ancestors just suck in their own place. They don't live, and but in the northeast, these people are very new in their land because in 100 years ago, the Chinese people these people they all immigrants from the north part of China. Mostly they come from Shandong province. They just cross Great Wall and go to this northeastern place. Because before the immigrant, especially after the Qing dynasty collapse, the number of immigrants is increasing significantly. Because this place, they used to be ruled by the Qing dynasty, and the Qing dynasty, they don't want Chinese come to this place. They always try to prevent any Chinese from their own place. They think that's a hometown. Okay, you Chinese people, you cannot come. But once the Qing dynasty collapses, and Chinese people just flow into this place. Because this place, the population intensity is lower. People always get more opportunity to survival than they stay at the hometown. Also, because these people are new immigrants, so they have many features of new immigrants. It's pretty similar with American. For example, they tend to be more outgoing and more easygoing to talk with a stranger. And also, they looks like more willing to take a risk. Sometimes even act wilder than most of Chinese people. There also, this one very interesting feature, one interesting example could show you guys is the northeastern Chinese people. They are very, they almost dominate the Chinese comedy industry of China. in the biggest New Year's party, in every festival, the Spring Festival, for example, the Spring Festival party, the US Northeastern comedy, just play in the most in this show, and the people. So and also this makes them be very famous. And also, on top of the northeastern, the Shanghainese is also very interesting people in China. They are very different because different with most of Chinese people. They are actually half Westernized. Shanghainese is half Westernized. I used to get along with Shanghainese people. I feel they tend to very concerned about the interpersonal distance and the personal freedom. For example, like if I stay, we used to all live in the dormitory. I go to this Shanghainese and another people. He's from my province. We kind of like come from the same place. And this is exactly the contradiction. One is say, okay, welcome to my place to study, and he just invited me. And another guy said, okay, I mean, you actually bother us. We have to leave. The way they talk is so much like the American. I know. This is a place, because he comes from the Shanghainese, and they very concerned about their own personal place. They don't want anyone to just jump into the place and bother him. Even his place is subtle. but he thinking that's my place. You could not come here. And also, the Shanghainese always criticized, even despised by so many people outside of Shanghainese, because Shanghai and the people always say, okay, Shanghainese people, they are very mean and they are little men in their family, which means the lack of authority in front of the wife. Shanghainese, I will say sometimes I feel they are mean. They are not so nice. It's not so matching with our traditional culture sometimes, because they accept the Western culture a little bit. We have more to talk about Shanghainese, but I have no opinion about them. I think it is perfectly good to concern about interpersonal distance. That's very good. Also, we have also the Sichuanese is also very special. You will see. Okay, so firstly, maybe the first question for you is, where is the Sichuan? Yeah, Sichuan is in the middle of inland of China, of mainland. Sichuan, yeah, it's kind of like the southwest place, and this is speaking the southwest Mandarin. This place is actually located in the south, but they speaking the Mandarin, and their language is consistent with North Chinese people, and they are also new. This place, the people are famous for their slow pace of life, which means they are not so anxious and not such an anxiety person like most of Chinese people, because if you get along with Chinese people, you will know actually we are kind of always in the anxiety. But Chinese people, they tend to be, the life is slower. The life is in the hot span, chop, and also also their saying say 少不入蜀, which means young people should not go Sichuan because they always easily lose ambition. I used to drive in Sichuan. The Sichuan, they have the highest speed limit I have seen in China. You can drive 90 kilometers per hour in the downtown. Not the highway, just in the normal road of downtown. No problem. But problem is, the Sichuanese, they don't drive so fast. Even they give you 90 kilometer speed, but the Sichuanese only drive maybe like the 50 or maybe 60 kilometers per hour. That also shocked me. Okay, maybe I think that's what the Sichuanese is. And also, last but not least, I'm going to talk about my hometown. Yeah, I'm from the Hunan. It's very how to say this place? Just trying. What I feel about the Hunanese is, we are actually very proud. We are the founder of this republic, because Chairman Mao, he's from Hunan, and also I never do any. I don't have very accurate data, but what I used to hear is almost 1/3 or half of the generals, the military commander, is from our province. Our province is very famous for cutting with the military commander. Since the 150 years ago, you guys all know the if you live in the used to live in the USA, you may know the Chicken's general, but you know who is the general? His name is Zuo Zongtang. He's from our province, and we also have the we're famous for the military commander, and the people. The Hunan is famous for its persistence, and which we have specific word to address this kind of personality. It's called 霸蛮. Maybe it's hard for you to understand, and you don't need to study, because even most of Chinese people don't know this, and it's kind of our local language, and only us know this. Okay, that's it. And I'm going to talk about the difference between Chinese in my another YouTube video. Yeah, you're going to show it later. I will present in a very interesting and fantastic way. Just keep watching my YouTube channel. You will see that. Bye.